As you know, Cindy has been through a lot, an awful lot. She's still going through a lot. And our demand for all that your client has done, the wrongful discharge, which we think will be able to prove a claim of not only common law wrongful discharge, but also under the whistleblower statute, where we will be able to get our attorney's fees. Our demand for this case, in full satisfaction of all of our claims, is $540,000.
$540,000, John? Are you serious?
Yes, we're serious.
Look, I've spent a lot of time evaluating this case, and that number is way out of line. So let me just talk through with you some of the questions that I have, and I'd like to hear your answers because this greatly impacts the evaluation here. First of all, what was Cindy's annual salary?
I think you know it was $25,000.
Right. And she was out of...
Plus, she had benefits, of course.
Mm-hmm. She was out of work for how long?
Well, she's still out of work. And
How long has she been out of work?
It's been 2 years. She received unemployment until unemployment expired, and since then now she's in school. She's had to change careers because she felt like she couldn't, after trying to continue in what she was doing for you, she felt that she needed to have a fresh start.
So she was working as a nurse's aide,
Yes.
correct? And she felt that in this healthcare world, she was not able to find a job in nursing?
Well, yes.
And what is the new career she's pursuing now?
Well, she's at the tech school and she's studying to be a phlebotomist.
So she's taken this opportunity to make a career change, right?
Well, you can call it an opportunity. She's taken this thing that has happened to her because of your client's wrongful conduct, and she's turned it into something where she's not going to just sit around forever, if you want to say that.
So when in this 2-year period did she decide to pursue a different career and start the phlebotomist course of study?
After a year of looking for a job and not being able to find one in her field as a nurse's aide.
So how much more time does she have in that program?
It's a year program. She's almost done.
And have you investigated the salary that a phlebotomist makes?
I have an idea. There's a range.
And what is that?
About $29,000.
How much is the program that she's enrolled in? What's the tuition?
$15,000 change.
So she's going through a $15,000 program to make roughly $4,000 more than she was making before?
Yes, in a field that wasn't her first choice.
So as a direct result of anything that you claim happened at her job, has she had any physical as opposed to emotional injuries or problems?
Well, when she got fired, you can imagine, they just showed up one day with a letter, terminated her, marched her out the door. She couldn't sleep. She had to go to her doctor, but then her health benefits expired and she couldn't get the treatment that she wanted. She went to a counselor once, but by the time the next appointment was scheduled, she couldn't afford it.
So has she had physical problems?
Well, she lost weight. She was sleepless.
And do you have a physician who's going to confirm that?
She couldn't afford to go to a doctor after you took away her medical benefits.
What are her medical expenses that you claim are related to this?
The ones that she actually had or the ones that she would have had?
The ones she actually had.
It's about almost $400.
Are you claiming that this has impacted her personal life?
Well, I think it, of course. I mean, she was fired.
Tell me a little bit about how it's impacted her personal life.
Well, she was embarrassed. She didn't know what to tell her family and her friends. She got discouraged having to go out and look for a job that she wouldn't have had to be looking for otherwise. And it's been hard. I don't know if you've ever been fired. It's an emotional experience.
Well, let's talk about that termination for a minute. Has she provided you with the employment policies?
I got them in discovery. I assume they're the same ones you provided.
Yeah, so I'm sure you've read those, and you're aware, aren't you, that there was an internal hotline for any employee to confidentially report anything that they felt uncomfortable about?
I saw that.
And you're aware that she never did that, correct?
Well, we're not finished with discovery yet.
Have you also reviewed her employee file?
I did look at it.
So you're aware, aren't you, that she had repeated warnings for showing up late to work, right?
Well, I saw the warnings, yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
And you're aware, aren't you, that she got a final written warning for lateness right before she made her whistleblower complaint?
I saw that. But this case is going to get to a jury, and when it does, you're going to be paying our legal fees, you're going to be paying your legal fees, you're going to be paying her damages, so.
Well, I understand that there is risk to both of us, and I will certainly communicate your demand to my client, and we will seriously consider it, and I'd like you to consider some of the issues I've raised as well.